Hey, we are back with Terra Invicta, and my camera's being sort of weird. I'm gonna turn it on off again. There we go. So we are gonna make some more carpentry rolls.
Woo! The part of D&D you love.
Minutia. Okay. So he has a +9. Okay. Oh, I just remembered. He has advantage on these rolls.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing that before.
Would that have mattered before?
Well, given the fact that I did 3 rolls instead of 6, and the last 2 were both failures, we'll just consider that the first one succeeded, so it doesn't matter. We didn't need to roll again for that one. The next 2 were failures, so that we can consider that being 1 roll with the advantage, right?
Is this March 31st when you're making new rolls, or April 1st?
It is the day after you guys arrived at the Sea Wyvern.
Okay.
That's the 31st.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so I guess that would have mattered. Yeah.
Yeah, so it didn't... I think we can just... Oh, right, because it automatically... No, I was rolling it just straight on on a D20. So basically what I'm saying is I think those 2 that I failed were just one roll on for either side of it. Yeah, the advantage and whatnot. So I'll make 2 more rolls, for advantage for the last attempt of the day. So okay. So he does repair 2 sections out of the 12 on the March 31st. Then we move into April 11th. Or April 1st.
Like you
we just skip
10 days.
We just go forward in time randomly.
April Fool's Day, it didn't happen.
I was looking at the roll that I just made. And we'll see if there's a random encounter. Nope. And then here we go. Success. Okay, so 3 for the next day, which means total 5 out of the 12 sections are repaired. And then we go to the next day. We do random encounter. Yes, random encounter happens.
Before we move on to the random encounter, Caleb, did we ever roll for?
Oh, we never identified the magic items. Is that where you were going with that?
No, although that's probably good to do as well.
Which magic items?
Yeah. The ones that we got from the temple, the 3. Yeah. We agreed that they probably wouldn't be that great for us, but we still want to know what they are.
Yeah. I will tell you now. You would have had plenty of spell slots to use.
I was thinking, what's the guy's name? I can't think of.
Kurgle?
No.
Tavi.
Did we roll for Tavi, getting information on surrounding region?
Oh, for NPCs.
I think I was saying that we just make the roll when you guys got back, and it would have been for his whole time spending doing that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that works.
That's what I said. I'll probably give him advantage because he's had 2 or 3 weeks by the time you get back. So, So the magic items are a +1 vicious war claw. Right. So it's one of those spiked gauntlet things that is +1, but then also has whatever the vicious thing is, where you get the 2d6 damage extra on a crit, I think is what it is. An oath bow, which...
Oh, interesting.
When you knock an arrow on this bow, it whispers in Elvish, "Swift defeat to my enemies." When you use this weapon to make a ranged attack, you can, as a command phrase, say, "Swift death to those who have wronged me." The target of your attack becomes your sworn enemy until it dies or until dawn 7 days later. You can only have one such sworn enemy at a time. When your sworn enemy dies, you can choose a new one after the next dawn. When you make a ranged attack roll with this weapon against your sworn enemy, you have advantage on the roll. In addition, your target gains no benefit from cover other than total cover, and you suffer no disadvantage due to long range. If the attack hits, your sworn enemy takes an extra 3d6 piercing damage. While your sworn enemy lives, you have disadvantage on attack rolls with all other weapons.
Oh.
Yeah, not as good there. But as long as you killed the dude. And then Blood Spear, I think this was something I found on the internet. Let me look it up. When you hit a melee attack when you hit with a melee attack using this magic spear and reduce the target to 0 hit points, you gain 2d6 temporary hit points. So, sort of like what Deli does. Or, what Deli never actually does, but could do, potentially.
Do we want to give one of these things to Curdle?
Probably doesn't have much.
He could probably take all of them.
Yeah, we can at least, I think, give him the War Claw.
Mm-hmm.
Because what is he again?
I think he's a barbarian.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He would probably benefit from the
I need to
claw
level him
and
up.
the spear.
Give him the claw and the spear.
Yeah, he's a berserker barbarian.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll have to level him up for next time. But cool. Random encounter. Let's go. Aquatic random encounters. Roll another D100.
Would it be aquatic? Because would we be actually staying on the boat, or would we
sorry.
be...
This is. There's actually a thing for this. That D100 is actually a roll to decide if it's on land or if it's a creature that stumbles onto the beach or a creature that comes from the water.
Got it.
And this means. Where is this? Repairing the sea wyvern. Okay, so this is a creature stumbles onto the beach from the jungle. So I'll roll another D100. 71. Okay. I don't know if these things could actually threaten you guys in
That's fine.
In the same way. Because so this is the question. How much time are you spending on the beach?
Probably not.
I would assume we'd sleep there.
Yeah, so what time of the day is this at?
Well, you could also sleep on the Blue Nixie. The Blue Nixie's just hanging out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Then we'd probably sleep on the Blue Nixie.
Yeah.
Oh, would we have to hunt for food or anything like that?
I would probably be doing stuff on the beach if we needed anything, like if we had to get food or needed to collect.
I think you guys spent a lot of time on the beach the first couple of days when you were gathering up all the stuff that had been scattered everywhere. But other than that, probably. I don't think you guys have run out of rations yet because the Blue Nixie would have brought stuff for everybody. So I don't think necessarily anyone even needs to be on the beach unless this takes a lot longer than we're thinking. So you know what? Instead, then let's just ignore jungle stuff because that's boring. And we'll say that 71 is actually. Oh, interesting.
Another 20.
Another genie.
Genie.
Well, let me take a look at this.
The same genie. He's like, hello.
I'm back.
Just floating by.
No, go away. We don't want to get in trouble with the council.
I was trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
No.
I don't think the thing I rolled would bother you guys, so I think we'll just ignore it. I also don't think they would show themselves to you, so I think we just skip through that. I rolled 3 sea hags, so like a coven of sea hags. But like that, the idea would have been you would have stumbled, like if there's an aquatic encounter, you stumble upon a place where there's a coven of sea hags. But like that doesn't make any sense for this situation. So they're passing by and they don't show themselves to you, and they just.
Imagine they're basically like muses. They're like the muses of the.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Next day, we will do some more. This is the 4th day, I think.
If it's April 2nd, then we need to roll more checks for repair.
Yes, I just rolled the. Yes, that's what it is. I just rolled the encounter, and now I roll the checks for that day.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
So
all right.
This is the 2nd then.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
So that's a success.
1 success. We're now at 6 repaired sections, 7 repaired sections, 8 repaired sections.
Whoa.
Cool. Just 1 or 2 more days of this and you'll be home clear. We'll do a random encounter. No random encounter. Failure. Oh, no, success because it was advantage. There you go. Another success. Failure for that one. So 2 more repaired sections. So there's 2 left.
Yeah.
Wait, so is this the third now then?
That was the third that just passed. Yep.
Okay.
Now we're on the 4th. No random encounter. Success. Success. There you go. Just takes to the end of the 4th. And then you are all repaired and ready to go. The Sea Wyvern is back in business.
Yay.
Very fun. So is the
On
idea that
April
you're just
3rd.
going to go back to Far Shore?
Think so, because we want to check on how things are doing.
I think we go back to
Isn't this April
Calabar.
4th?
I thought it was
Isn't this
the 3rd.
April 4th?
I think it's the 3rd.
No, so
It's
it
the
was the 4th day, but it's April 3rd.
Yeah.
No, it's now the 4th.
It is now the 4th.
Now it is. The
Oh,
4th.
yeah. Okay. So
The
yes. Okay.
Sea Wyvern is repaired on the 4th.
No, it's
Yes,
repaired
that's
on the
the day.
3rd.
No, that's
but
what I think. I
No,
think
it's
it was.
not.
I think it was the 4th.
It was
Because
I have everything written out of
Yes,
when
and
Okay, I
I
may
went
have
and
missed
write
one
it down.
then.
So it is the 5th when you guys can set sail. All right, cool. Yeah. So if you want to go back to Far Shore, now is the time to do it.
I think so.
Let's go.
I mean, was there anything we wanted to stop by at, or
I don't think so.
Because we're going to be going the same way we walked as we're like sailing back. So I don't think there's
you'll be
anything to, like,
sailing
explore with
around
boat.
the other side. Yeah. Okay, how far can a ship travel is the question.
I mean, the good news is we don't have to like go along the coast. We can just go. Wee.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, how
I
long did it
always
take the
forget
Blue
what
Nixie
the-
to get here?
I don't know. I didn't. I didn't check that. I just assumed it would meet up because you had sending stones, so I assumed they just planned it well, right? So let's. Here we go.
Well, it couldn't have taken more than a week and a half. That's for sure.
Yeah, it wasn't that long.
Guess a week and a half just to walk there. So
Special travel pace. No. Where does it say, like... I'm just going to Google this.
Guys, next level, if I wanted to, I could take replicate magic item as an artificer infusion. And if I did that, then I could just create sending stones and bags of holding.
Nice.
Man.
But I probably won't take that.
So I think this is modest sailing ship, so 48 miles per day. So let's see. Each of these hexes is 6 miles, I think. That's what we said.
Wait, 48 miles per day?
Mm-hmm.
And Anna, with my spell, she
Like
can
22
go about
miles per hour.
hour, yeah.
That feels wrong.
Yeah, it does.
Well, sailing ships,
What's
the thing about
pathetic?
sailing ships is that they go over the water, which happens to cut down a lot of like
Yeah.
Oh, it's just
yeah,
just
but I
that
It's
can run on the
hilarious.
water too.
she could literally run there and beat
that is
us.
true. That is true.
Now that I have my ring of water walking back.
Yep. 8 hexes per day. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You guys reach here. Whoa, that's not what I meant to grab. There we go. I guess I can delete that. You guys are right here by the end of the day, hugging the coast. We'll go ahead and roll a random encounter. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, Anna can go literally 4 times faster than us.
we go. So this is the second day of your trip.
Wait, why would we have gone that way? Why wouldn't we have gone straight? Where I guess we don't know where exactly.
Yeah, you're gonna end up over here. So
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
okay, random encounter.
But I thought it was a 15. I thought it was a 15 or lower.
Oh, sorry. I was just in my mind thinking like 15. Or sorry, 20. But you're probably correct. Let me check.
Look, if it's something fun, we want it. If it's not something fun,
Then
it was
boo.
15.
Yep. What do we got here? For surrounding waters. Oh, it's only a 4% chance of an encounter. Okay.
Oh my god.
I don't think we've ever hit that yet. So, all right, another 8. 1, 2, 8. We'll have you guys go here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you'll arrive in the morning with plenty of time to spare on the next day after that.
Oh, so I haven't been paying attention. What day is it then that we arrived?
So we did 4 full days of sailing, and then the morning.
We arrived on
part of the morning.
So then we arrived the morning of April 9th.
Cool.
Oh, right, because we travel on the 5th as well, right?
So has it been a full 3 weeks?
I was gonna say, it has anotth week passed, or have we just?
Yeah. So now.
Oh yeah, we would have passed it on the 4th.
Now it's April 4th through. Okay, wait. How do weeks work? So now it's because the next full week would be April 4th through 10th. So it's not quite been a full week yet.
Okay.
Well, we haven't rolled for the 4th through. We haven't rolled for the 4th through the 10th yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Let's just have you guys do that sort of like we can do stuff retroactively. But I think it would make more sense role playing wise to just say you guys show up and then you assign people new things, right? If you want them to do new stuff. So yeah, you guys get back to Far Shore. What would you like to do now?
I want to go talk to Tanisha.
Yes, of course. Yeah, so she basically just says, yeah, nothing happened.
I want to roll an insight check on her.
I mean, the thing is she failed, so she doesn't like.
Right. But that's
she's
I'm
not
like,
lying to
I want to
you.
know if she's like, if she
tried. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Or like if I just dropped a bunch of money and she did absolutely nothing. That's a 28.
Well, I will roll for her, but another crit fail.
Wow, she sucks.
Apparently, she's been growing lazy, just hanging out with Far Shore all the time. Yeah, so you can tell it's
reminds me of a certain fallen angel.
It's not that she like is lying to you. She just didn't try, right? She was very lazy about it.
I'm bored, but not that bored.
And she
acts like she did it because she did, right? But you can just tell with your insight that like she's overplaying how strenuous it was and how much time she actually spent. And
yeah, I would probably be like, wow, I'm sure all that work you did was really worth that much gold that I paid you.
Absolutely, it was. And for just a little bit more, I'm sure that I can follow Luna like a hawk some more.
I think I'll do it on my own. I don't want to have you exert too much energy.
Well, I appreciate that. From one sister to another.
I don't like this
woman. Yeah, you're clearly. I can tell by your thighs that it's just not working out for you. Because all the muscles going to your head.
Yeah, I just like now disappointedly feel like I have to follow Luna at all times now.
Like, sorry guys, I can't go with you on whatever else you're gonna do next. I'm just staying here forever.
I don't have anybody to look out for her because she did horribly.
Do we want to split party gold, or do we want me to hold on to it? Because we now have 8,192 gold that we recovered from the sea wyvern.
I mean, you can definitely like I mean, it can be split, but like I don't want anything like of it. Like I'm happy to keep it in party funds right now.
Deli could use I have a spell, Dawn, that requires a sunburst pendant worth at least 100 GP.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
it's fine. And then I owe you money, Anna,
what?
for fronting me money for buying my stuff.
What?
Yeah, I owe you money for
I
my
feel like-
lightning
did
of javelin. I think you fronted me like 200 gold or something like
Oh,
that.
was it me or was it Audrin?
I thought it was you.
I thought that was Audrin. That
Was
does
it
sound like
Audrin?
something Audrin would do. Jordan?
Yeah, it was definitely Audrin.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Jordan. My
I'm like,
bad.
No,
Oh
it's
my
fine.
God.
I like. Here's the thing. I don't really. Besides which, I already have the gold for the bag of holding anyway. I don't need money.
Okay, well, she definitely does not want to owe you, so she will pay you back the 200. It was 200 gold, right? Or, yeah, was it 200? I don't take 200 gold.
Okay.
Oh, and I just want to let everybody know, when I was looking at the healing potion description to remember what dice you roll to see if I wanted to take a healing potion, I saw I wrote a note that said 2 lost in shipwreck. So I actually currently have 4 healing potions
Oh,
Okay, cool.
because I wrote a little note to myself that I had forgotten about.
I purchased a bag of holding, which is 350, correct?
I think so.
I double checked that. I just was throwing out a number that sounded familiar. It's approximately that, but don't trust my
Would
approximate.
we check somewhere?
Could I buy the sunburst pendant?
I think so. What?
It's just 100
Sunburst?
GP.
Sunburst.
It just says,
Yeah, if it's a magic item that's below like 800.
it's not even.
Or
I don't even know if
900,
it's
whatever it was.
magic. It just says it's a spell component.
It's just an adventuring item thing.
My spell Dawn requires a sunburst pendant worth at least 100 GP. I don't know what. Let's see.
Can I sell back the old ascending stone since we have our old one back?
I mean, I don't think it would be bad to have more at this, like for now, right?
Yeah, I
And
mean,
we
that's
have
fine
plenty
too.
of gold.
Yeah, I guess that's fine.
I mean, obviously we can sell them if we don't find use for them, but I feel like while we're on an island,
Yeah, that's fair.
like
I'll give one to Lavinia so she has one at all times. And then do we want to just keep 2 just for ourselves in case we ever have to split up?
sure.
Okay. And I'm going to put. We have sending stones in my character
Not like they're
sheet.
that heavy.
No,
We
I
have
know. I
bags
just,
of holding now.
I'm going to put that I have 2 pairs of sending stones. Yeah, they literally weigh nothing according to D&D. All right. Well, I want to check in with Lavinia and see how she's doing. She won the election, correct? You know, be like,
Yeah, and it probably
"Oh."
just happened off screen, given how long you guys are gone. So
Yeah.
So yeah, I think like when you walk in her manor, she's just like she seems very busy, right? She's just like signing things and having people run in and out and you know, just trying to dictate a bunch of orders in the colony. And she smiles sort of flusteredly at you.
I'm like, we're back and congrats.
Thank you. I would love to chat more, but duty calls.
All good, Lavinia. We'll catch up later.
Yeah. And I'm sure there'd be time to do so if you did have something more important to talk with her about. But
Not really. I just wanted to see if there's any
if you just
updates.
if you check in with her, she's doing great but busy.
All right.
One thing she probably has advanced is the agenda with what's it called? Lefty.
Mm-hmm.
Right, you know, because Manthalite didn't win the vote, he's not going to be like immediately executed. And because you guys managed to like turn him to repentant, she's hoping to to like get him to be redeemed and make a what's the word
Useful.
Yeah, be useful to the town instead of just but I think she still has to like either like convince the council that like there shouldn't be a trial at all and he's repentant and we should just put him to work, or at the very least like have the trial be
After
where
we save
here well or that, or even just have it be like, we're putting you on trial. Here are your crimes. Your sentence is community service, right?
Right. The least possible. Yeah.
We're like,
lesser
or maybe just
sentence.
like, you're now an indentured servant for Farshore for the foreseeable future to pay back, what you've done, sort of a thing. Either way, she wants to go for rehabilitative and not just like killing him or whatever. But yeah, so I mean, that's just kind of happening behind the scenes right now. She'll need to do some bureaucracy to get that done. But were you guys planning on spending more time in Farshore than just like hey, okay, we're gonna move on to the next thing? How long has it been? Almost 4. It'll be 4 weeks when this week of time is done. So 1 month out of the 2 months will have passed.
So how many victory points? I don't know. Did we get victory points for the horde of like treasures that we got and the blue Nixie?
So yes,
what's our total right now?
I'm pretty sure I calculated the Temple of the Claw stuff already and added it. But we should probably check the chat here and see what that final total is.
Like
or current total.
Like
unless you guys have it noted somewhere. I'll look it up in chat, but if you guys want to look at your notes. See how long it takes to open up this one page where everything in the chat is in it. There you go. VP.
I cannot for the life of me find the list of how much magic items cost.
Oh, I know where it is. Give me a second. I have it saved in my... I have a spreadsheet where I have it saved in because it's kind of what magic items are my thing. Magic items list.
I last have listed 350 VP on March 25th. Was that after the Rakasta stuff?
It may have been before.
I think it was before, because I think that must have been
Rakasta stuff.
Yeah, I think that was when you just got the Phanatons on your side. I think that's what that was for.
Yeah.
400, Gordon.
400?
Okay.
Yeah.
So 350 plus the Temple of the Claw. See what that would have given you. Temple of the Claw. Yep, getting the Masterwork weapons to Farshore earns 200 VP. So we're now at 550.
I have the Temple of the Claw stuff was on the 25th.
Yeah, but we calculated this before we actually completed all that.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been the day that we just turned to, and then we spent all day doing the dungeon crawl. So
yeah.
Because like right before that, I had written down the name of the chieftain.
And this is 200 VP, so 350 definitely would not be accurate.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's fair. I didn't hear that number.
Yeah. And then getting the Sea Wyvern back up in action is another 200, so we're at 750.
Whoa.
And then getting Lavinia elected, does that do anything?
Yes. Let's take a look at all that stuff.
And rescuing Kurgle.
But we did nothing to earn that.
Happened.
Yeah, Kurgle doesn't give you any VP.
Does Kurgle get us 1 victory point, please?
No. No. It's gonna matter, so no.
Can he give us 0.4 of a victory point?
No.
So then if you have to round down, it rounds down.
Yeah, rounds down to 0. There you go. So it doesn't say in here that like campaign for Lavinia does anything in particular to the VP, because it's just like, what style of leadership do you want? Like Manthalade's not going to necessarily let it fall apart. There would have been, I think there was something listed on here. If Manthalade was elected, he would have attempted to, and this is one of the things he was running on. He would be attempting to I don't know where this is written. Let me see if I can find this. Yeah, so he had a plan to expand Farshore's endeavors onto the surrounding Igbaye Islands, kind of like pushing on the territory of the other Igbaye tribes, and that's Lavinia doesn't want to do that. So that's at least some, like, it would have, if Manthale had been elected, that would have happened, and there would have been probably would have had to deal with the repercussions of that. But there's no like strict VP award for
Guys,
that.
we're already not a colossal failure.
It's true, yep.
Amazing.
Still more to be done. What do you guys want to spend this week doing? Because I assume you'll at least stay in town until that week is finished.
We don't necessarily have to play it out just because I feel like we've done this enough, but I kind of wanted to, during like the trip there and after rescuing him, like, I kind of want to try and like, Kurgle seems still very closed off.
Yeah.
And Deli would want to try and like get him to like stop being so closed off. But of course, Deli's bad at this, but she's going to keep trying, dang it.
Sounds like a persuasion that you can attempt.
I will try persuasion. I will try persuasion with a +0.
Go for it.
A 6.
6.
And again, it's not Deli hasn't changed.
Exactly. It's not that Kurgle doesn't like you. It's just that he feels the same about you as he feels about anyone that he doesn't hate. Right? It's just mild companionship. Nothing more, nothing less. He probably is a little turned off by Deli, like, running, swimming onto the beach and, like, almost doing everything short of throwing herself in his arms.
She was just surprised that he was alive.
But I think he took it
but
as
how
like
is he interpreting it?
Exactly. Way more
it's
like a
it's like a
desperate thing.
child's crush kind of a thing. He's like the adult and you're like the child.
Yep.
He's like
I think
your
that's how
teacher,
he's interpreting
right?
it.
And he's just like,
no,
this
he's
is
just
like
alive. He survived a week and a half.
Kurgle Senpai!
Times.
But yeah, the 6 means that he thinks it feels awkward for him. So
whatever.
Yep.
He's just trying to be friendly.
Yep, I know, Deli, but you're not good at that. So
he's not good at it at all.
Yeah, Take Me wanted to. I know that she successfully sabotaged the militia, but Take Me would still like be checking in on that and see like what the status is on that.
Yeah, and I think like one of the failure conditions here is that, I mean, you guys as players don't know, or you guys as characters don't know that that's a bust, and so I feel like Take Me would still try it and maybe like waste a week doing it, or waste the rest of the week here. Mm-hmm. So I think that's what happens, right? Like Take Me, like we would have you make a roll here, but you just go through it. And
I wouldn't necessarily be talking to people. I would be talking to Tolan, who's trying to recruit people, possibly.
Okay, yeah, we can do that at least. Yeah. So
I mean, I'd be talking. I guess Take Me would. In all fairness, Take Me would probably talk to all of them. But
yeah, and I think like that's where this ends up is Take Me wastes her time, trying to recruit some people. But like, I think your conversation with Tolan beforehand, right? Like he's probably sitting in the militia yard, sharpening his sword, and he was going to like spar with some of the militia dudes. But like you can tell Take Me that he's just like off-putting to everyone there, and he seems way up on himself and not like down to earth like he should be to like recruit these people.
Oh, you know what I want to do? I want to challenge him.
Okay, yeah.
Knock him down a peg.
Sure. How do you say that exactly?
Well, the way I picture it is Tolan is probably like talking himself up and whatnot, and like saying like, "Oh, like I'm the best" and whatnot. And Take Me is just kind of like looking at him and like can see like the other people just like being like shaking their heads, like this guy's just full of himself. And I just want to be like, "Hey, Tolan, why don't you put your actions where your mouth is?"
Yeah. Cool. Let me quickly level him
up.
Like,
let's show these rookies, what you're made of.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, let me level him up real quick, and we'll see. Oh, actually,
not the best around. Take Me's finally gonna take him down. Not the best around.
And we don't necessarily need to play out like a full combat, but like maybe just like a couple like I don't know, rounds of something. I don't know.
Yeah. I just want to make sure I have accurate bonuses.
That way I
for
don't
him.
like just like totally
Exactly.
annihilate
I
him.
want to give him a chance at least. Let's see. What is he at now? Well, you guys are level 10.
Yes. Yeah, and
Congrats.
my goal with this really is to try to humble himself a little bit so that way he's more like amiable. But not like I don't want to, and I don't think I could necessarily take him down to a peg where like he's like, I was defeated by a girl, like I'm worthless, kind of a thing. I don't want that to happen. I just want him to just be like a little bit more, humble.
Sounds good.
While also trying to have it under the disguise of like, oh look, we're like training recruits on fighting techniques.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. So you basically want to spar with him, and your intent is what?
To like humble him so he's less appalling to recruits, basically.
Okay, so I think we already know that you can't like recruit people, but this role can still humble Tolan, right?
Yeah, that's kind of that's what I'm trying to like salvage from this.
Sounds good. I guess we just make attack rolls.
I guess so.
Make one attack roll against the other.
Yeah, are we not going to do like any like ability kind of a thing like things?
I don't think so. I think we'll just do one attack roll, and that'll be it, right? It's just an attack bonus.
Is Audrin there?
It can be if he wants to.
Yeah, I'd say Audrin's there, and Audrin's cheering Takui on and giving her guidance.
Guidance is a touch spell.
Yeah, I was gonna say it would be pretty obvious.
Maybe a pat on the back. No, okay, never mind then.
No, I want to do this myself. I don't. Yeah, no, I'm good. So I can't use like any of my bardics to like do stuff.
I don't think so.
No, come on. Why not?
So what do you have available to you to do that? Like blade flourish and stuff?
I have defensive flourish where I can up my AC, slashing flourish where I can.
Is there any of them that just gives you more attack bonus?
The more damage bonus. They all do that.
Yeah, the thing is, like, I unless we want to play out a whole combat, I think the only thing that matters is just like who hits, right?
Yeah, but it might matter though if I use my defensive flourish because
right. But but this is I don't think this is against AC. This is just you guys making attack rolls that are versus each other, and whoever gets higher wins. Just because this is a simple way to just like make the combat, because otherwise it's like, oh, you both hit. Okay, what does that accomplish, right? Like then we have to play out a whole combat because like, okay, how much damage you do, what? So I think like we can. I mean, he has tricks like that too, right? He has like ranger stuff. He has lower levels in ranger and whatnot. So we can just both of you are that's balancing both of you out, right?
Okay,
and then we're just simplifying it to the one attack roll.
All right,
he got a 24.
Oh man, I humble this guy so good.
Your disadvantage roll would have been tying with him. So amazing, cool. So yep, you can narrate the scene however you would like.
I mean, it's not that Tolan is bad, right?
Exactly.
Like he rolled really well.
I think it's literally just that like he's just too cocky, right? And he's not ready
I think,
for
like Takui literally just like takes like Dust Crusher and like does like the trip like one swoosh motion to like trip him, and just goes and just like whispers down at him and just says like, I'd get rid of that attitude real quick, Tolan, or else we're gonna lose this battle at Far Shore. You're good. These other guys are not as good. Get that in your head.
Yeah.
And then she just like walks
So
away.
I think we should have you make a roll here to see if that comes off the way you want it to, right? Because I think either way he's humbled. But the question is, does he swear vengeance on you or does he learn a lesson, right?
Okay. Am I rolling intimidation or persuasion?
I think either one is fine, but like if you actually want to make a friend out of him, persuasion is the way you want to Intimidation is going to give you like he'll learn like, the lesson, but he won't
me, but
like
he won't
you.
like me. Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of want him to like me, but I don't know. But I get 4 more if I intimidate.
The classic.
Do I just care
this
if he
is-
respects me? I don't know.
This is one of the reasons I love role-playing games is because players come to these situations so often where they're like, I say the thing, and I'm like, okay, sounds good. You have to use the skill that you're not good at. He's like, oh, okay, well, I
No,
could just intimidate him. No,
I'm
what I'm
good
saying,
at
like,
persuading.
what I'm saying is like, you realize that like being mean, you're better at being mean to people. But you're like, you want to role play it out where you're not being mean to people. Then you realize I'm the best at being mean to people.
Man, I just don't want to feel this. Okay. Persuasion, go. Okay.
Oof, nice. Yeah, even without the crit, I think you've succeeded. So he takes the lesson to heart, and maybe like a couple days later comes over to you, and he's just like, maybe this is what happens. Like you're trying to recruit, right? And it's not working very well. And he comes up to you later, and I think he's also been still doing that as well, right? Like just separate from you. And he comes over to you and basically just says like, Takeway, I thought about what you said, and I realized like when I went out and recruited, I was angry at you, and I just did the same thing I would have always done. And I realized, but I was paying attention now, and I saw on their faces what I was doing, and you were right. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. And it's obviously like begrudging, like because it's still Tolan, but
yeah, Takeway, like, oh my gosh, her smile gets so big, and she just goes, but like she's kind of surprised. She just goes, okay.
Yeah, and then of course he says, so I was wondering if you wanted to get a drink.
I'm gonna make an insight on that. She like cocks her head.
I think like it's obvious that he's flirting, but it's not necessarily that he's just flirting.
I mean, she would like.
He is being genuine in some sense right now.
Yeah, I think she'll nod and she'll just say, "Let's go get a drink, friendo."
right. Just put him in his place right away.
Smacks him like in the shoulder.
Yeah, and I think like that sentence tells him all he needs to know. He realizes he doesn't have a chance with you. And so the drink is like cordial and short, but it's not bad, right? Like he you're not buddies, but he has you have his grudging respect. Probably won't ever get more friendship than that, but
that's fine.
You got probably as far as you can get with Tolan without, sleeping with him.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Thanks.
Yeah, I figured. Cool. Anyone else would anyone else like to do something that won't automatically fail?
I have an idea.
Just the recruitment.
Mine's more. Mine might not even happen if you have something you actually want to do.
I think Emily was just responding to.
Yeah, I was just laughing at Caleb being like something that won't automatically fail. I was like, rude.
Yeah.
You succeeded in making Tolan less of a jerk.
True. Which is a feat in and of itself.
Deli wants to try and she's going to try and talk to Madoc with her little orange. Now that things are a little
because victory points. We didn't say that there was actual victory points for getting the Jade Ravens to like do stuff, right? Or is that?
I don't think there is. Yeah. Like they can be helpful in doing stuff. Like you can
like could I recruit him now as an NPC to like help?
Yes, that's what I was just about to say. Yep, exactly. Okay. Now that you've done a role and succeeded on like getting him out of his funk, then yeah, you can have him help.
Okay, actually be helpful.
Yep,
got it.
Yep.
Okay, cool. That makes sense.
Which one is the stealthy thief one?
Zondalan.
Yeah, and he's the one. He was like.
He is drinking away his sorrows in the last coconut right now.
All right.
Me and Tolan are over there having our drink, and he's
he's just like
Audrin's probably working on him.
Okay, yeah. I want to play out this scene for sure.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
So Audrin, you walk in to the last coconut, And Zahn is just sitting in the corner, mumbling over his drink, right? And it's obvious he's not having a good day. And I think, honestly, we probably just see Takewee and Tolan leave, right? As you give Takewee a wave as you walk into the tavern, right? And he's just grumbling, and you hear, from across the room, he's like the only guy in there right now, because it's like midday or something. And he's just saying, "Oh, sure, Tolan's nice to her. Yeah, of course, because she has boobs."
Oh,
that's what he says.
Yeah. Okay. Audrin's going to take a page from his days in Calabar, going up and trying to get information from, the random local peoples in bars.
Yep.
And so he's going to go up and he's just going to start a story. Like, he's just going to, like, jump, like, as if he's, like, halfway into it.
Okay.
And so I want... okay, does anybody remember if there are any, like, specific traps that we've wandered into recently?
There was the... in the Temple of the Claw, there was, like, the illusion and the pit that had the water elementals in it.
What was the last trap that Audrin failed?
That Audrin
I know
failed?
there was... Yeah, because I know that there was a trap that...
No
or that,
clue.
like... Okay. Because I know that there was a trap somewhat recently that...
You guys don't often fail any traps, so...
Not often, but it does happen. There was one where, like, Audrin got caught up in fire. It was a chest. There was a locked chest. There were two chests. One of them...
that was in the place where there were the demons that we went to the other plane, like when we went to the Court of Stars, that cave, and when we were further exploring the cave, there was like the
it was like a fireball.
Chests.
Fireball went off.
Right.
After we came back from the Court of Stars, yeah.
So Audrin goes and pays for a beverage of some sort, two beverages, one for himself and one for him here. But a beverage that's, maybe not
on
as
the light
alcoholic,
side.
on the light side, but something still enjoyable, So I get one of each of those for us, and I bring it over. I set one down in front of him, and Audrin starts going off about this this trap and how I biffed it. So there I was. There were two chests, and I made the rookie mistake. I didn't even think that one of them was booby trapped, and I, just like a dumb rookie fool, boom, fireball in my face and everyone else's face. Thankfully,
make a charisma save.
Charisma save?
Yeah, this is your first impression roll, right? How well does this go off?
Well, first impression after already having a good impression with him.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Advantage.
Cool.
Well, doesn't matter. 15 is good enough to keep, he's not gonna curse you out and say get out,
Yeah.
He raises an eyebrow.
So I think what Audrin does is, like, he's going off about this, and he's like, yeah, so in that moment, I realized I'm dumb sometimes, real dumb, and I need help. So, and then he just kind of, gently slams his mug on the table. He's like, how would I say this? Oh, no, okay, I know what he would say. Audrin would say, man, sometimes traps just stump me, Like, how do people think to design something like that? Like, have you ever made a trap?
Make a persuasion check. You're trying to get him to play into this and have a good thief to thief camaraderie moment.
My thing is twofold. One,
okay,
I'm trying to have a good thief to thief camaraderie moment. Well, okay, threefold. Two, I'm trying to gather information to see if he actually knows anything about making traps. to see if he would be good at maybe helping the cause of Farshore, getting us set up so we're in good standing. And 3, hoping that we can convince him to help with that. Do I have advantage or not at this point?
I think it's a straight roll.
Okay. I'll just straight roll. Shoot.
17's not bad. I think he doesn't like immediately blow you off, but you're gonna have to do a little bit more legwork to get him. So I think he immediately says, No, Audrin, you're not stupid. I'll tell you who's stupid. Tolan freaking Gisborne. He's stupid because he dragged me out and in the middle of nowhere, and he knows I hate the jungle. He knows I hate it. He knows I hate the creepy crawlies in the freaking jungle, and he didn't care. He said the Jade Ravens, they need to protect Lavinia. That's what they need to do. All the while, he was thinking with his crotch the whole time. I'll tell you who's stupid, Audrin. Tolan freaking Gisborne.
And Audrin's like nodding along and like in agreement. He's like, yeah, look where that's gotten him. I mean, first of all, you're not even in the jungle anymore. You're on a beautiful beach, so you don't even have to worry about that stupid jungle business. 2, like everything, like if he had any chance with Lavinia or anything, like I'm pretty sure that's blown over after what take we did over here. Like, I don't want to badmouth Tolan, but at the same time.
He frowns as if you're, like, implying that takeweed him or a thing now.
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
No,
he doesn't know that I just took him down a peg.
Audrin doesn't know?
No, this guy. No, Audrin knows.
The way you framed that, it makes it sound to him as if, like, oh, he doesn't have to worry. Tolan and Lavinia aren't a thing anymore. Takeweed and Tolan.
No, okay. That doesn't make sense.
Because Takeweed knocking him down a peg isn't necessarily have anything to do with Lavinia, right?
Right. Okay, well, I don't think Audrin would have said that.
That's fine. So what else did you say then? Oh yeah, you're on a beautiful beach instead of being in the jungle.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I get it, Audrin, I get it, but like, I'm an adventurer. I'm supposed to do adventuring things, but I hate this stupid place. I hate it so much. And stupid Doral Adrenic, he just tries to drag my butt out into the jungle every chance he gets. And I hate it, and he knows I hate it, and he still does it. And who knows what's going on with Leandra? She's like a wild mage now? What's up with that?
Audrin's just like, and stops himself and says to himself, questions for later. And then he so Audrin says, well, you're here now. What do you want to do now that you're here?
I'll tell you what I want to do, Audrin. I want to drink myself into oblivion so I don't have to think about this godforsaken island ever again. And he takes another long drink. So again, like, I think you're 17 here. He's not taking it out on you, right? He's now venting to you about all of his problems. He likes you, but he's he's just complaining now, right? Like, he's still in his funk, but he wants to like bring you into his like sulky moment. And he's like, yeah, feel sorry for me, right, buddy?
And okay, so I think Audrin says, let me ask you something. When you're out adventuring, when you're in your element, what's your weapon of choice?
And like, before you even finish the sentence, he has a knife in his hand that he produced from nowhere. He's like, hitting, stabs it into the table. He just leans back and takes another drink as if that was the answer to your question.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Tolan says I don't got it anymore, but I still got it.
I want to set up like a practice session or something for him, just like let's go beat up some targets, that kind of thing, or like let's go smash some Coke bottles, you know what I mean. I'm trying to think of how to set that up though.
I mean, we could say there's like a couple of empty bottles that are on the table here.
But do they recycle the empty bottles? Do they like take them and clean them and
Probably.
use them? Yeah,
But
probably.
you could, like,
So I probably.
You could like pay the bartender to like take them instead, right?
Oh yeah.
You're like, hey, you mind if we use these? Drop some gold coins on the counter.
Yeah, I'll go buy a couple of bottles off of him.
Sure.
How
Zahn is just like watching you, like confused as to what you're doing.
how much is that for me? What's that run me?
I mean, even 1 gold is going to be more than enough.
Okay, I'll do that. Because I mean, I also have copper and silver on me, so.
I mean, I think I assumed like Audrin would want to like ingratiate himself, and because he's just going to like break these, right? So he's like, here's a little something for your trouble, like 1 gold, way more than it's worth.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so I'll do that, which actually helps because that brings me from 216 to an even 215.
I had this extra gold piece. I wanted to get rid of it.
I mean, I kind of did.
Yeah.
So, Audrin grabs the handful of bottles or whatever and says, "Let's go take our aggression out on a tree."
One more roll here to clinch it, like because he's still not there with you. I don't know if let's see, is it persuasion though? What are the skills in this game? I've been in Burning Wheel land for a long time now. Let's see.
If only I could sleight of hand this.
Yeah.
Could I do something sleight of handy that like looks fancy? To one of these bottles that
you doing that.
I guess that would be performance.
Yeah.
If I did that.
Yeah. So that.
Yeah, that wouldn't work.
I think if you were going to do anything like that, yeah, it would be performance. The thing is, I'm not sure just persuasion is going to work here. But I mean, there's not much else in the way of skills. I would say I think it's a performance check.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You have an argument?
Okay. The dagger he produced and stabbed on the table. Is it like a magically conjured dagger that if someone tried to take, like would just?
No, he just had a good sleight of hand and produced it from his sleeve or something, right? Okay,
so I want to use sleight of hand to take it off the table and say, come on, let's go put this to good use.
Again, I think it has to be like a charisma-based thing, and I think performance is what you're rolling here because you like persuasion. That you've gone as far as you can go with just like persuasion.
Yeah.
But I think everything you're describing right now is like you're trying to get him to fake it until he makes it, right? You're like, come on, like here's like I'm acting, I'm being larger than life here. Let's do what you love to do, like trying to get him into the role as opposed to just talking to him. So I think it's a performance check. I don't know if you want to lobby for advantage in some way, but I can't think of anything offhand that just gives you it.
The first time Audrin set foot in a bar in Calabar. It was with what? Well, okay, so it was with I can't remember their name.
Carla. You were in a bar when Carla came and gave you the letter. That was technically the first time you were in a bar in the campaign, but
no, not in the campaign, in Calabar.
Oh, the first time you went. Okay.
Like the first time Audrin was in a bar in Calabar. Okay. And this was.
I thought that was all you were saying. It's just like
no.
First time I was in a bar. You remember the scene?
No.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So I can't remember. It's the neighborhood watch when he was there with everybody in the neighborhood watch. First time Audrin had been in this is the first time Audrin had been in a bar in Calabar. He goes in, everybody's having a good time, and there's a stage in this bar. And Audrin's like kind of wanting to impress, trying to impress the Red Queen at this point. So he gets up on stage, and just starts doing anything and everything he can to just make a fool of himself, and make everybody have a good time. Especially because this was at a time when Red was not doing great, and because she was having some sister issues.
Cool. Flavorful. Go ahead and take advantage.
Yay, I'm going to use that advantage immediately.
Performance with a +2.
Yeah. Freaking
Oof. Double 9s. So I think he like you're going like this. You're like, come on, buddy, let's go, let's have fun. And he just like sits back and he looks up at you like a pitying expression, and he just says, "Audrin, I see what you're trying to do, and I appreciate it. I promise I do, but I just can't anymore. I can't do any of this anymore." It was only my stupid eroding loyalties to the Jade Ravens that even got me on the Blue Nixie in the first place. I've been regretting it ever since we set sail. I think the Jade Ravens are done. And me, I'm even more done. So, unless you want to go down in flames with me, I suggest you leave.
Audrin turns around, lifts up his shirt, shows the Phoenix tattoo. I'd rather rise up in flames with you, brother. No. Audrin doesn't do that.
Yeah.
He's just like, okay, how drunk am I?
Yeah. Is this real?
He wakes up after passing out, and Audrin's like, dude, are you okay? I started telling a story about how I was like doing this, like how I blew up this trap, and you just like passed out.
Well, you turned into a phoenix. You set yourself on fire and you flew through the ceiling.
I was just like, I think you need some rest, buddy. You've had a rough go since you got here. Oh man, that would have been great, but no. I think Audrin like nods and puts an like past his shoulder and says, I think you need rest.
Well, I'm sure going to be sleeping hard after I finish my 9th drink, so I suppose we'll get there when we get there. I mean, yeah, like Audrin, it's pretty bad. Like he's not quite like suicidal yet per se, despite his doomsaying there, but like it's only a matter of time, probably, right?
Okay,
if something doesn't change.
So the poison that I have in my wrist thing, it's like sleep poison, right?
You're just gonna kill him. Okay, yeah.
No, not kill him. I'm like, yeah, is it sleep poison? Or, okay,
I believe you do have something like that, yeah.
I'm like wondering, maybe I'll just like knock him out so he doesn't do any more damage to himself right now.
And yeah. Yep.
Well, I mean, like I could totally like sleight of hand and just kind of put it in his drink.
Yeah, that's a roll, but yeah.
I'm just wondering if it's worth it to do that. I don't know if it would actually like mechanically do anything for anybody, other than maybe
it'd probably just be a narrative thing, right? Like whether or not you. Yeah, I think in that case, I'll just let you do it if you want to do it. He's drunk enough that he probably would have failed the roll anyway, right? He probably have disadvantage.
Well, that's fair. And I have a pretty good roll with that. Anyway.
You have a very good. That's like your highest thing, right? Sleight of hand.
Yeah.
It's like plus 15 or something crazy.
Yeah, it's a plus 15. If I rolled a
20
1
out of 5. Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, I don't know if there's.
It really just depends on how Audrin wants to leave off the conversation, right?
I think Audrin says, well, if you ever change your mind, know that you're always welcome, always wanted.
He just lifts his glass and toast to you and keeps drinking.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Yep. Cool. So, Deli, you want
Epic
anything?
failure by Audrey that we could have skipped.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was telling earlier I wanted to do something and you guys completely just passed me. So I was wondering if you could hear me or not. I said I wanted to talk to Madoc.
Oh, yeah. I did hear you. And then Audrin mentioned the Jade, like the Zondalan, and then my mind just was like, because I was excited for that scene. I was just like, here we're going. Yeah, that's my bad.
Let's talk to Madoc because
let's do it.
If I hit next, I'm bleeding gold, and I need to do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
As of next level, I have no way to recover spells.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that that's how we set it up, that you literally have to eat gold to repair spells. So
now it's literally becoming a problem.
Yep. I'm down with the idea we talked about.
Yeah. So she just try and talk to mate. Here's the thing. I technically have divination, which lets me, but I'll just put it in this spell. It doesn't really sound like this would do what I'm wanting to do. Because that's like I do like some sort of ritual, and I ask my deity like a question. That's not really what I'm wanting to do. Exactly.
The question could be, how do I stop hemorrhaging gold? Right.
I mean, true. I mean, what do I need to do?
The answer is stop casting spells.
Because that would be something Madoc would say.
Become a barbarian.
So Seth and I talked off screen about an idea to kind of help him out here. I let's play it out a little bit though. I think maybe you cast the spell anyway, and Madoc being a god, he can just say more than the spell would normally allow, right? Like you cast the spell and you're like, I need some help here, and then Madoc is just like talking to you, right?
It does take 25 GP worth of instance, so I gotta mark that off real quick.
Yeah, but I think Madoc is just like, yes, Deli, you rang? Welcome to the Madoc hotline. Please leave your name and number after the beep, and we will get back to you as soon as able. Just kidding, I'm right here. What do you want?
I guess I shouldn't expect anything less from the God of Chaos.
I try to be unpredictable.
I think we talked before when we were in your realm, how I keep having just... Protecting my friends is getting expensive.
Yes. You have an insatiable hunger that will probably end up destroying the multiverse.
Yeah, I don't want to think about that right now. I just want to think...
Oh, by the way, Deli, I have been working on the problem of limbo. I do think when all this is over, when your quest to save the universe is finished, I may have an exterminator position for you.
Great.
Do you want to eat magical frogs for the rest of your life?
No. Not really.
Well, look, what if they're tasty?
I like
you won't know until you try. Well, they're not really frogs. They're like frog demons, basically.
I think I have better things to do, but we'll see.
Come on.
Anyway, I have a question. You see, I have this thing, this Pearl of Power thing that lets me recharge like one spell a day. Like... Is there anything like that, but more?
Oh, did I not tell you, Deli?
Tell me what?
Oh, the orange is basically that too, except like even more powerful than that. Yeah, totally forgot to mention that. I apologize.
You mean?
Oh, yeah.
You're just gonna take a deep breath, like you're trying not to be mad at her patron.
Okay.
Sorry, I get a little forgetful.
That would have been nice to know earlier.
Yep, I imagine so.
So do I just like pull from it like the pearl?
I think so, yeah, as far as I remember.
Okay.
What are the perks you get for joining the collectors?
That's all I need.
Well, not just joining the collectors. You have to like be at a certain level, but I figured you were worth it.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
Dang it, I keep like, okay, thank you.
Let's go.
We hope that you've enjoyed speaking with your Lord and Patron, Madoc. Please leave a review What's the normal thing that people like they say where it's just like,
please stay on the line to
please stay on the line
survey.
for a quick survey to let us know how you've done. And then you're probably like really confused. He's like, oh, don't worry, they'll event it eventually.
This call is being monitored for quality.
If I remember, I wish I would have started the conversation with that.
I'm sorry, but this person's mailbox has not been set up yet. Goodbye.
Okay, so I do get to do that now, Caleb. I can just recharge my spells every shot.
I'll give it to you. It's one of those things where like it was a cool idea in theory, but in actual practice at the higher levels it gets a little ridiculous.
It worked fine at low levels. It was starting to get to the point where it's literally like I don't have like so you guys know essentially I realized next level I get 6th level spells and I have no way to recharge them. And I realized I'm like we're getting because I thought it'd be. And I was like, oh, that's
because you have to eat like something really expensive to recharge, right?
Yeah, it essentially costs me, let's see, 25 gold per thing. It essentially costs me 175 GP for a 5th level spell. I was like, Caleb, can we do something about it? So yay. Okay, cool. I can recharge my spells like a normal spellcaster now.
Yeah, and I think the idea would be like if you ever lose the orange, okay, then you're in trouble again, and you gotta
yeah, but I have 2 now because I lost one.
Well, so I was gonna if the conversation didn't get there, I did want to mention the first orange you got from the collectors originally, that is not a Pearl of Power, but the one he gave you particularly is.
Okay, so so I get it. So the original one was just from the collectors. There's something to add, but this one is like
and when he gave you one, he was like, "Ooh, special one to give you." Yeah,
it's from him directly, so it works. Okay,
exactly.
Awesome. I don't have to worry about casting spells now.
Cool stuff.
Cool. That's all.
How do we want to? Yeah. What's? I think Anna has a scene she probably needs to do now, right?
I'm trying to decide if
Anna just goes and assassinates Luna right now.
No, I simply am not going to do that because it would clearly be me.
Go and assassinate the sister now.
No, I am trying to decide if it would be worth it to try and go to nearly like super depressed Zan to see if he would be interested in spying since he is a rogue.
That's true. I mean, Anna might not know that he's super depressed, right?
Give him alcohol.
I'll tell you what, Zan. I will pay for your tab the whole time you're here. If
I might need my share of the party gold.
You can take it.
Yeah, so I guess I'd ask around where he is because I know he's the rogue of the group to be like.
Yep.
I mean, I don't think it's a secret where he is.
I don't think it. Yeah, and also the Jade Ravens like have a suite of rooms at the last coconut where they stay, so like they would be very easy to know.
Okay, so I guess I go to the last coconut. Also, did Tolan and Takwe hear him bad mouthing Tolan while they were in there?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I was just curious.
That was just for Audrin's benefit.
Cool. So I guess I go in there. Is he just in there super drunk or passed out? Or...
I think we can say it's like after Audrin's conversation, so he's just like passed out on the table.
I guess I would approach him and just kind of like, hello?
There's probably a roll here to wake him up. I'm not sure what.
It's called a 1d4 bludgeoning damage.
That's true. That's fair. That's fair. Anna can probably just slap him with her monk prowess.
I do have magical hands.
It's true.
It's a reverse stunning strike.
Yeah, just slap him across the face. That's fine. Yeah.
Okay, I guess.
Hey, Anna, that hurt.
Oh, sorry. I guess.
What was that for?
I was trying to wake you up to ask you something, but I think my hands have gotten a little stronger in the past few days.
I'd say,
sorry.
What could I? He kind of like tries to lean on the chair next to him and misses. What can I do for you?
Are you okay?
Never better. Never better than this exact moment right now.
I'm kind of an insightful person, and I simply don't believe you. But we're gonna move past that.
That's my favorite quote of the session. I'm kind of an insightful person, and I do not believe you.
But if you don't want to talk about it, we don't need to talk about it. Do you want to talk about it?
No.
Okay. Are you interested in a sneaky job?
How much booze will it buy?
I don't know how much booze costs, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, he says, well, in that case, I'll do it if you pay for all my drinks while we're in Farshore. How does that sound?
How much does that cost?
I don't think that matters, Anna. I think what just matters is that you need a rogue to do some roguey things.
That is true.
Spare no expense, as they say.
Zan, I'm just letting you know, I really don't know how much alcohol costs, so I really can't promise you anything. I just don't know.
And he at that point he gives you an estimate. I don't actually know in D&D terms what it would be, but
how many days are going to be here?
However many per, at the very least, he gives you like a per drink or per bottle or something, right? Cost. And you have what, like 2,000 gold or something?
I don't know. What's my share of the party gold, Alyssa? I guess I'm taking it. You're muted.
Well, divided by 4, you have at least 2,000.
Yeah. I was going to say, there's no way you're going to run out of that just
I think
drinks.
it cost like
a gallon of ale is
gold. Yeah, like 2 for gallon.
A gallon, yeah.
A gallon of ale is 2 silver.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you're fine.
Okay, just kidding. Maybe I don't need party gold. I still have 267 gold.
A fine bottle of wine is 10 GP.
He's not drinking wine.
Yeah, he's not drinking the fine stuff.
That's just the most expensive ice.
He just wants efficiency.
Yeah. No.
Gallon of ale.
So I just get out 50 gold, and I'm like, is this a good start?
Well, it depends on what you want me to do.
And I just kind of am like, can you keep a secret?
He leans in really close. I don't know. What do you think, Anna?
I guess.
Do I look like the sort of person who could keep a secret?
Do you want me to be honest to you
if
right
you say
now?
Yes, you're probably racist. He's Chinese. I don't know, right? He's making some joke. It means nothing, but he's just...
Here's the thing. I was going to say no, so I think we're good.
Good. That was a test.
Okay. So, Luna, the girl who was
yeah, she's hot. Did I say that?
You did say that.
Well, pretend I didn't.
Okay. She's actually really evil. Also, clearly you can't keep a secret very well.
Yeah, he doesn't pay attention to what you said, and he just leans back. He's like, "It's always the hot ones, isn't it?"
I guess.
That wasn't an insult to you personally. I don't think. Maybe.
What are you trying to say?
Yeah, Luna. What about Luna?
She's bad, and nobody else believes me that she's bad. So I want somebody to keep an eye on her.
She is bad. I keep an eye on her. I think that's something that I could do probably.
And not just keep an eye on her, but if she does start doing something really bad, maybe catch her in the act, and then be like, "Whoa, you've been exposed. You're a horrible person."
Catching in the act and exposing are things I think I could probably do.
I mean, that just goes right over my head, so we're just going to agree that would be a great plan. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Yep,
But,
I
like,
can do that.
okay, you can start tomorrow.
I can start whenever you want me to, Anna.
I don't want
Does
you to
this
start tonight.
does this come with certain privileges like keys to particular rooms or
Aren't you a rogue?
That's a good point. So you're giving me permission to sneak into her room.
I'm giving you gold to do a job.
And I'm a man with no morals, so yes.
I've suddenly become concerned with what I've asked
No,
you to
that
do.
was a joke. That was a joke, Anna.
I
forget
just don't
it.
understand your humor.
It's probably a cultural thing, I'd imagine.
Was that
Sorry.
another joke? I do not know.
It's just too easy. Yes.
Okay. Do you need any other information for this job?
A couple of dirty things probably go through his head, but he doesn't say anything. He just nods. He's like, I don't think so, Anna. I think I got your back. This was, and he like stands up. He's like, this is what I needed. I think this is what I needed. A little kick in the pants, and he's like turning away from you at this point. A little kick in the pants, a little job, a little incentive. And now I want you to make a roll, Anna, to make sure that he's not actually going to do the job. And
well, I was going to say I was going to come around in the morning to like check in on him.
Yeah.
But
let's you can do that, but let's make a roll here to. I'm trying to think of what exactly it is. I don't know
would
if
it just be an insight check?
Yeah, let's have you make an insight check because it'll be like how much correction you have to do with him, like how much you understood of what he's probably going to actually do as opposed to what you want him to do. Yeah, make an insight check and
18. Oh, that was
pretty good. He'll make a deception check. And we'll see if
he's also drunk.
I hope with disadvantage.
He is drunk.
He is drunk. That is true. All right, here we go.
I will be devastated if he beats me. Phew.
Oh.
Well, yeah, he already failed, but yeah, I was going to do it with
both times.
Yep. So Anna, like whether or not you like cross-check this with Taekwee and tell her, right? Like, or maybe I guess you wouldn't cross-check with, but like whether or not Anna goes to someone to help her decipher the things that he said, or she just figures it out on her own, you eventually figure out that he's probably just going to use this as an excuse to just like spy on her when she's bathing or something and not actually do what you want her to do. But you figure that out now. So if you like show up in the morning, like splash some cold water on him and like talk to him straight, about like what you exactly want him to do, and like you won't get my gold for your alcohol unless you do the thing, then I think you can convince him to do it.
Okay, sounds great.
Yeah.
Then I guess I spend the rest of the evening trying to keep an eye on her until the job is passed on.
Okay. Let's have you make a roll.
Okay.
Your DC at 24. I'm not entirely sure what she's doing yet, but
okay, what roll am I making?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm trying to think. She'd be doing something. So this would probably be she's like with Nestor. So what stuff are you looking for exactly? Just like her sabotaging or
like her doing literally anything besides just talking to Nestor.
Yeah, okay.
Would this be a stealth to like follow her, like when she's like away from her?
Yeah, let's say that. Let's say she's doing yeah, that was her perception check. And you can make a stealth check now to claim that. So at some point late in the night, right? She like sneaks out and goes somewhere, and you're following her.
Okay.
Did not work.
Oh, no.
Oh
Oof.
no.
And neither of them
Oh
would have
no, I
succeeded, so-
froze. So then I clicked it and it didn't go. And then I clicked it again.
Either way.
Yeah, either way, fail. Both the
So
rolls
she
on the other
sees
side.
me. What?
Yes.
Which
I was
then
gonna say,
means-
good.
Would she if she sees me, would she then not do what she's gonna do?
I think what happens is she confronts you, right? Like you're out somewhere, probably like either right by the wall or past the wall or something, right? Away from like houses or whatever. Either way. And she just like stops, right? You've been tailing her for a little while. She's been like ducking in alleys and trying to like lose, like just she's being safe. Like you didn't necessarily think she knew you were following her, but like she's doing the normal stuff you would do when you want to make sure you're not followed. And then at one point she just like stops in the middle of like a deserted road that she's standing in, and then just like turns around slowly, like partially she's like looks back over her shoulder, and she says, "I know you're there, Anna."
Okay.
You say that?
Yeah.
Where are you hiding? Just like
Like, there's probably like a tree and it's not quite the right angle for me to be hiding behind it.
yeah. So we just see like part of your face, and you're not moving, but we just see your lips go, okay.
Yeah.
And she says, "Why are you following me?"
Why are you leaving the walls of Farshore in the middle of the night?
I asked first.
Because I'm confused why you would be leaving the walls of Farshore in the middle of the night.
Now I have to figure out what she was actually doing because I don't know. I'm assuming she's doing some sort of sabotage. There's any number of things she could do.
Tar pits.
Let's say she's standing next to the wall. Let's say you're outside of the walls actually, and she's standing next to the wall, and you know that like there's been talk of working on the walls to like build up the palisade and stuff. So maybe she was like going to like sabotage whatever work they're doing there, right? And so she's standing next to the wall, and she pauses after you like confront her on that, and she just says, "Just going for a stroll."
Lovely. Why don't I accompany you? It seems dangerous for either of us to be here alone in the middle of the night.
That sounds very pleasant, Anna. Please, come along.
And I walk with her.
Very good. Now, I'm going to make a roll for her real quick. I'm going to see if she's figured out that you're in the Blood Sisters, because she's been doing some spying. What would you like to roll in response here to her like investigation or whatever? Is this like deception or stealth?
I mean, I'm trying to figure out, like, besides me talking, like, unless she knows Tanisha's part of the Blood Sisters.
I think she might be able to figure it out.
Okay.
Right?
I mean,
So
I
you
could
stealth?
roll like stealth or deception.
Either one is fine, whatever you'd like to do.
Oh, okay. Then I'll choose stealth because I'm better at it.
Okay, yeah. Your DC is 20.
Okay.
Is this like whether
31.
Anna
Whoa!
has
31.
Thank-
Yeah, so
whether Anna's like been seen with
it's
Tanisha
been
or not?
seen, yeah, exactly. And just by Luna, right? Because Luna would be the only person who would pick up on this. So she has attempted while you've been in Farshore to tail you too, but hasn't. You've been too good to catch. And so she probably would have like walked with you into the jungle and then just like confronted you there and been like, "I want to blackmail you if you try to blackmail me." Like,
And I would have been like, all my friends already know. I don't care.
But Lavinia doesn't. The town doesn't. The town hates the Blood Sisters. Everyone hates the Blood Sisters. You know.
But they don't hate me. They love me. It doesn't
True.
matter.
Yeah. But she doesn't do that. But I think she does like, she was just going to go to the wall and try to sabotage stuff, right? But instead she like turns and walks down the road, like as if she's just like going on a stroll in the jungle in the middle of the night for no reason. And you guys walk together for a while, and I think at one point she just stops. And she just turns to you. Like it's been a good half an hour of awkward walking, right? And she just says, "What's your game, Anna? Do you really think you're going to be able to expose me?"
My game is I'm trying to protect Farshore.
Well, I'm trying to protect what I care about, so I guess the victor goes the spoils. May the best woman win.
I curtsy.
So polite. I'm sure that's why Nestor has a fondness for you, but don't worry. I'm afraid he has already tasted from a much sweeter well, and I don't think he's going to go back. I don't think he's going to return to yours.
I don't know what you mean by that.
Of course you don't. You adorable little person, you. Let's just put it this way. Let me be as blunt as I can. Stay away from Nestor. He's mine. He will never be yours. And when Farshore is in ashes, he will take my hand and we will sail away into the sunset, never to remember the name of Anna again.
Honestly, Luna, look into my eyes as I'm saying this. That's a relief to hear, because even if I lose, Nestor is still safe.
Oh, that's a good line.
And what do you think I have been doing? But staying away from him. I have not even talked to him this whole time since I've arrived. I don't really understand what game you're playing with me right now.
No, what game? And she was a little flustered at first, right? But she regains her composure. She's like, no, what game are you playing, Anna? Because everyone knows
Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition.
Yeah, everyone knows. Jenga. Everyone knows that you have a thing for Nestor, and giving him a wide berth so he can process his feelings, that rekindling a lost love isn't fooling anyone.
If you want to believe that, like, I'm really not bothered by this. I'm just confused right now.
Of course you're confused, because you're an idiot, Anna. That's why I'm going to win, is because you don't understand stuff like this. I can just say things and they completely go over your head because you're such a sheltered little girl. And naivete will not get you Nestor. It won't even get you Farshore. I don't know why I was worried. And she just turns around and starts walking back towards Farshore.
I just walk with her. I'm just kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm really not bothered by this.
Yeah. And I think we just caught the scene there.
Wow, that was such a good line, Emily.
That was a very good line, right? Because it proves like Anna actually does care about Nestor, and at the end of the day, what does Luna care about? Winning, right? She cares about her own self-interest, and yeah, that's always what it's been about. Yep. And if Nestor could only see, yeah, cool stuff. Well, I think
I hope Nestor can watch the replay of this episode.
I think that's probably where we call it for today. And next time, I think the idea will be we can make. I guess everybody did a thing. We can probably figure out what you want to set the NPCs working on while you're gone, and then really the only other main thing that was in the adventure is getting the Igbaye tieflings on your side. So as soon as you do that, the world is your burrito, and you can spend whatever time you want getting any other minor victory points you want. If you, not only just at Farshore, but if you have any particular ideas about let's go tame a bunch of dinosaurs and bring them to anything like that,
Yes, tame
You know,
dinosaurs.
whatever
Seth's
with
face lit up.
with whatever time you have, right?
Speaking of
So we'll be doing
burritos,
that.
Tavi? Because
Oh,
are we
yeah.
waiting?
Yeah, and that's the next thing. So let me go and make that roll for him quick as we end here, and we'll see how his research has been going.
I like that. Anyone like that non sequitur there?
Yeah. I definitely love non sequitur segues. Those are one of my favorite things. So he's making a history check with advantage. All right, well, 18's not bad, but it's not like particularly good for his skill level. You won't be missing anything important. And he'll maybe have a few tidbits for you, but nothing too great. I can give you that lore dump at the beginning of next session as we head out to go recruit the Igbaye. Cool stuff. This has been Terra Invicta. We'll go ahead and call it here, do an after show, and say goodbye. Adios.